Good musical morning, everyone. Hello, welcome to another episode of Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. Welcome, I'm Adam. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being at Heid Music, youtube.com. What? Molly, get out of my frame. Gosh. All right, cut, retake. Everyone start again. Reset, room tone. Pause for room tone, okay? And good musical, I'm just kidding. Can't believe she ruined my scene. Gosh. Wow, just kidding. Molly's back, everyone's so happy Molly's back. Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone had a great holiday extended weekend. I know I did. Hello? Hello? Got lots of sun, lots of lake time. I got, there's the phrase like sun kissed, right? I think I got sun punched there. So my kids love the lake. They love the water. Don, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry. I got so distracted by Molly. Molly really threw me off here. Justin, good morning. Noodle, good morning. Michael, hello. Jinx, hello. Sean, good morning. Tom, happy 25th. Yeah, we're one away from half a year. Next week. Next week is half a year of streaming, or 26, because that's 52. Am I doing the math right? 52 weeks in a year, so the 26th stream would be half.
How does a leap year fit into that?
How does a leap year? We celebrate by not streaming for a week. Anyways, yes, good morning. Don, hello. Yeah, so as I said last stream, went up north to my wife's family's cabin in the woods on a lake. It's beautiful, very blessed, very lucky, loving it. And my kids just love the lake, which means I have to love the lake because I have to be in there the whole time, which is fine. I really do enjoy it because I want to say about a month and a half ago we went up and it was really, really hot, jumped in the lake and it was, 30 degrees. So that wasn't as fun this time. Water was like a cool, 50 or 60 maybe, so it felt great. Felt really, really good. So it was really nice. Good morning. Your mom says hello. I got to meet, I've met Molly's mom before, but she came and visited and brought some wonderful gifts to my kids yesterday. Thank you so much. They were still playing with the bug catcher and stuff. So dings in the chat for Molly's mom, Erin there. Elias family? Elias, I said it right. Nice. I want to say, she had given me, I was going to bring it today. So everyone knows I'm a bit of a nerd. I like to play D&D. She brought me a big foam D20 roller. First roll, guess what it was? Nat 1. My daughter took it. First 2 rolls, Nat 20s. If you know, you know. Anyway, Seth, good morning. Hello. But yeah, thank you so much for those gifts. That was really nice. I think Cody really liked your brother. I think Cody thought he was very, very cool. Yeah. He's pretty cool. He's a cool, hip kid. He kept saying things, and I'm like, is that what kids say? I don't know. But, yeah. Anyways, did y'all have a good holiday season? Wow. I feel like it's almost like I've had a few days off, and I don't know how to do this anymore. It's like I tried really hard to forget about work, but I actually failed. But we're not going to talk about that, Molly, at all, please. But anyways, what'd y'all get up to? Everyone okay? Everyone? You know what? I failed. I actually failed really, really, really hard, and I actually feel terrible about this. We're going to take a moment and a new segment I like to call Adam's Big Failure. maybe Adam's Parenting Fail. Maybe we can edit like rainbow words, like bubble words that come out of my hands as I say that. Adam's Big Fail. I just forgot that the Friday was the 4th of July and that meant fireworks. It just never, I just forgot. It just was cool, day off. That's all I selfishly cared about. And I don't know why, but with the kid, okay. I feel like I need to preface this a little bit. This is like a story. This is going to take a minute. We might repair today. I don't know. I might just talk to you all a bit. And this is my therapy session, I suppose. I don't know. But the kids, when they go up north, it's a little bit like, we're up at the cabin. Who cares? Stay up late. It's fine. Except that late turned into 9:30, 10, 10:30 at night, which is late for an adult, in my opinion. Let alone a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old. So, and my wife and kids had gone up early. They went up Wednesday. So Wednesday they got, Thursday a little later. Friday we're like, okay, this is ridiculous. We got to get to bed early. Come on, let's go. 9 o'clock, let's go downstairs. We sleep in the basement. We got to get to bed. And both of us, my wife and I, are just like, yeah, we got to get these kids to bed. We got to fix this. Because come next week, they got summer school. They got to get up at 7:30. You hear the fireworks going off, and it's like, oh no. Oh, that's right. Oh no, the fireworks. I don't know. I just felt really, really bad. Because I think my daughter Adeline had gone up to go use the bathroom, which there's a bathroom in the basement, but a new one. Matt, you've been there. They just put one in. But there's mouse traps down there, and she's totally afraid of them. She doesn't want to step on them. She's not going to. But she had gone up and I saw the fireworks, which made Cody have to go look. And then, why can't we watch the fireworks? Which made me go, crap. That's right. It's the 4th of July, the firework day. Anyways, Adam's big fail. Anyways, that's what I did. Good. Hello. This is a repair stream. We repair instruments sometimes, but caught up on a podcast because I had to work. But I did North and then caught up on the podcast. Oh, thanks for listening. Store-bought fireworks. Good. Good morning, Christine. Remember the mousetrap? Yes, I do remember mousetrap. I had mousetrap as a kid, and I had at least 70% of the pieces, so it was 50% fun. Don, I remember mousetrap. That was a good game. But yeah. Anyways, enough about me and my struggles. Should we fix some stuff? I think we should. So today's list is, the rest of this week for me is catching up on all the things that I didn't catch up on before I left, and then the things that I thought I was caught up on, and turns out I was just bad at math with dates. Which means, anyone take a guess what we're going to start with? Anyone in the chat? Guess what we're starting with? 10 Heid bucks for whoever. That's not a real thing. Just kidding. Don't. Heid bucks is not a real thing. I made Adam bucks. 10 Adam bucks. Yeah, Mike, there it is. Flutes. Starting with a flute. Sorry. But we got some clarinets mixed in today, so we might go Bob Ross mode. Just a nice chill, easy. Yeah, it's one of those chill streams. Just kind of bring it down a little bit. Or we might get wacky and crazy. I don't know. We'll see. Got a lot of somehow energy today. I took an Excedrin that had caffeine. Did you know? This is a repair stream, by the way. Did you know that Excedrin migraine, extreme migraine, and Excedrin extra strength, 2 different labels on the bottle, exact same medicine. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Yep. The currency exchange for Atom Bucks. Funny story about Atom Bucks. I legit made a currency called Atom Bucks for Pep. So I direct the Pep Band at UWGB. No big deal. No big deal. I'm not bragging. I'm just giving you some background information. I made an Atom Buck, and I literally have it saved somewhere. I was going to give it out as currency for participation in like stuff like that. Like, oh, cool, you did, like, here's some stuff. And I was, and I was gonna like have it be a currency. I could bring it back. An Adam Buck is like a good crisp high five or something. I don't know. We could talk, Don. I should find that. I have the file somewhere. We should. I'll talk. Maybe Leo will let me bring it back as like a stream currency. If I can get this, I tried working on this ding dang streamer bot thing, and it's just a little beyond me. I got to learn a little bit more about it, but we can get like chat points and stuff like that. But anyways, okay, let's go top view. We gotta work on this thing. All right, so we're working on Seth's favorite thing to look at, flutes. Because I just had, that's what's next on my list. I don't know what to tell you. Flutes and clarinets. Flutes, clarinet, flute, clarinet, clarinet, flute, clarinet, tenor sax. Whoa. Flute, clarinet, and then some altos. Way down on the list. Pause for dramatic effect and work. All right, so. To work to work on your oboe, yeah. Oofa. All right, so we're in our M&R era. Again, M&R is maintenance and repair. M&R repairs are instruments that we rent out to customers, and there's an issue with them, whether it be wear and tear or just general maintenance. Bring it in, we take care of it, no extra cost to the customer. We got it covered. So that's what this is. There's some sort of issue. I can tell opening up the case right now. The very first thing I see, you saw me open it, very first thing, I'll bring it up to the camera. I have a problem making sure this is centered. Let's see if I can do it this time. Do we see that? Anyone see the issue? Adam Buck to the first person who sees it. Do you see that hinge rod back there? Come on, focus in, dude. There it is. Backed out hinge rod. So that's making some keys unstable, more than likely. So we'll get that fixed, and then we'll take a look at the rest of it. Doesn't have any gas in it. Well, there's your problem. I used to have an application. I think they call them apps now on my phone. That was a joke, Molly. An old man joke. But you used to just be able to put pictures of cats on other pictures. And that would just, I don't know, I think I was probably in some Facebook group about what's wrong with my instrument or something like that. And I would just take the picture and put cats on it and be like, well, there's your problem. It was so dumb is what it was, but excuse me. A laugh track, actually pretty good. Is it a laugh track that I trigger or that chat triggers? Because that would be either one actually pretty good. All right. Chris, good morning. Little regulation here. Let's take a look at crack the tenon. That fits very nice. The screw loose? No. All right. Uh-oh. 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 Let's see if we can even see it. Can we even? I don't know if you'll see this. We're looking right back here. Do you see that? Oh, you see back there? Back corner, very big leak. We got a leak. We got a leak, folks. It's hidden, it's hard to see. That's a really bad leak. That's a bad leak, folks. And what do we say to leaks? What do we say to leaks? That's right, folks. We say, bad leak, go away. And we will. God, I love that song. I think I love the story behind that jingle more than anything. All right, that's the only leak I see, though. Cool. This will be a quick and easy one. That's good. I need quick, easy fixes today and tomorrow so I can get caught up. Caught up and ahead would be nice. Yeah. Leak in the boat. Jinx, I know that. That's very funny. I think about that often. Whenever there's a leak, it does cross my mind. Probably the funniest joke I've seen in a movie. Okay. Let's do it. Let's Crime Stoppers assemble. First, gotta have some coffee. Okay, gonna need some of these. That. Gonna need. Gotta go upstream for a second. I apologize. Nice. Homemade notepads, thanks to Matt. Look at that. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Shellac. Okay, got everything set. Now, we can shim. You know, the cool part of fluting. Shimming, yeah. It's the coolest. So it's just a little leak in the back corner here. So we're gonna put probably about 1/8 of a shim in the back. It wasn't terrible, but enough to cause a concern. So we, as Crime Stoppers, will take care of it. All right. Very nice. How many people are talking to you in the chat? Yeah, we got to get you a mic. Here's the thing, though. I got to be able to mute it. That was mean. I'm sorry. Woo! My filter kind of went away after a couple days off. I gotta re-up on that. Woo! I gotta resubscribe to the Atom filter. My credit card info went away, and I gotta. That's good. Beans. Anil, welcome. It's okay. I'm just razzing Molly. Listen, you weren't here last week. You abandoned me. So, it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter. You weren't here. So there. So I get to catch up. Woo. Like that fun here. The Molly mic featuring a mute button. Whew. Gosh, that's good. It's all good. It's all in fun. We're just joking around. Yeah, I'm gonna have a big red mute button right here. What's that like? It's like that big red button that's like stamps button or whatever, right? And isn't there like a big red button that was in a commercial? I'm making it up, but the Molly mute. Good, nice. Oh, the shellac. There we go. All right. A little of that, a little of this. Got my little piece here. Pull it through some glue. Put it where I want it. Bada bing. Kaboom. Kablooey. Kablowy. What? Feel good about that. Come on, no, screw in correctly. There we go. All right, we'll put it back on. Feeling pretty good about that. We'll see where it sits. I think we're in like the easy button. Thank you, Ethan. Yes. I wonder if there's a way to get a USB easy button. It's just the Molly mute and it's always on screen and I can just smack it. Boom. Easy button, you're right. Boom. There's like some hair or something on this thing. Get out of here. That was it. I'll make sure it didn't affect anything else. Doesn't look like it did. Boom. Bada bing. Make sure we're good down. Good. Wow. There we go. Head joint tenon's good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. Shh, don't tell anyone. I almost dropped that. Slight adjustment down here. There we go. Done. Just needs a little wipe down. Look at that, folks. Little wipe down, vacuum the case, and that's good. One repair done. Boom. Fixing flutes. Next. Should we do a flute or a clarinet? I have a feeling we'll go clarinet just because people are bored with flutes. Sorry, it's all I have. What do you need? Oboe, how about but no. No. How about no to this? Matt stopped working to sigh at me. No boat. Damn it. I mean, darn it. Shoot. Whoops. I'm just gonna move on. Oh. Listen, I'm sorry. Nothing gets me angrier than missing a pun. Apparently. Oh, man. Oh, beans. Well, I know it'll be on this week's comments on the stream. All right, let's grab a clarinet. Oh, beans. Oh, it happens every now and again. Okay. All right, we got a clarinet. No notes. No, don't. Great, this is gonna be the Nobo Gate. Nobo Gate 2025. Guys, remember that one time that Adam kind of swore on stream? And everybody heard it. All right, so continuing on with our repairs here, an accent, clarinet. No notes on what's wrong with it, so we're just gonna take a peek-see, eh? Gonna use an old trick from Tim Arndt from the warehouse. Amazing repair tech, double reed guru. Told me, hey, why aren't you using a leak light on your clarinets? You can really diagnose really fast. And I said, whoa, let me try it. And I did, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, you can see a lot with that. All right, so let's take a look and see what's wrong. Oh. Oh yeah, there we go. We're leaking pretty bad here. But is it bent? Could be. Oftentimes, something that happens a lot. This is like the small, you guys remember, you guys see the, is it the Acolyte? And like the big lightsaber. Did I talk about this already? The big lightsaber and the small one. He's like, ah. Anyways, be professional, dude. Come on. Oftentimes, follow me up, friend. Let's do it. On clarinets especially, this key right here will be bent. That's a pretty vulnerable key. This will be bent in. So whenever I see a leak here, or oftentimes that's the first thing I look for is this bent key. It doesn't look bent to me. It looks fairly straight, looks good. So there's just a leak in this pad. The other thing I look for, this table here on the top, and then on the bottom here, I like to see those nice and straight, flush. Oftentimes you'll see, so I'm gonna kind of try to mimic it here. So you might see kind of like that, where it's like really far off or bent or kind of like that. Like that should be the top table here, and the bottom should be nice and flush. That's what we're always looking for. And it does look like that, looks good. So you just got a leak there, so we'll take care of that in a moment. We're just gonna keep looking though. See what else we got. So that was the biggest issue in the bottom joint. Everything else looked good. Shoto lightsaber? Is that because it's shorter than the other ones? Redemption! That was good. Come on. That was good. That was good. That was good. I don't care what you say. I'm proud of that one. No matter what else happens today, I can go home with that in my pocket saying, good job, Adam. You had one good pun. And he's back. And he's back. Thank you. Woo. And we got a little leak here. Yeah, all these are kind of leaking. We're gonna do these two here. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Everything else looks good. All right, cool. Excuse me. Coffee break. Did someone say grime stoppers? Taking care of the other stuff right now. Let's go. There's a lot of grime on these tenon corks, and we gotta take care of that. That's my pet peeve. All right. So this is pretty straightforward. A couple leaks on the ring keys. Everything else looks pretty good. But we're gonna just kind of clean it up because it's a bit grimy. And then we're move on to the next one. That's another quick repair. I love this. This is great. Let's keep moving, keep going, keep flowing. Keep getting it done. Okay. Get the tone holes. Chimneys, what happens here, this is content warning. A little gross, a little grimy. If you don't like to see this stuff, don't look, but next 30 seconds, if you can take a look right down on this chimney, look at that. See that buildup? That nastiness in there? Come on, focus in. Look at that. That's just from like someone's finger. This is grime from a finger, because that's just a chimney on the clarinet. I just like to clean that out, because that stuff is gross. I see it all the time. They're not sharp edges by any means, but there's a bit of an edge, and it just kind of scrapes off whatever's on your finger. Kind of gross, but we clean it up. Nasty. There we go. Clean up the ring. There. Okay. All right, let's get rid of these leaks. Wow, that was a terrible toss. Clean up these leaks and let's get her gone. What am I okay. Molly, where? Okay. Here we go. So I've got my pad cup heater electrode. It's got these two, I think it's graphite? No. Is it graphite? Yeah, these tips, they conduct heat, but it doesn't conduct heat unless there's metal in between. So, ooh, no, it does conduct heat. I lied. But you can pinpoint exactly where you need to get heat. Just like that. Well, it takes long sometimes. It takes long. I think that's right. It sometimes takes a while. I know people will use like a heat gun or even a flame. I don't know. I got too scared. That's all I needed. I'm gonna hold it there for a moment, make sure it goes where I need it to. Oh, I need to do a little shifting. got to be a conductive metal in between. Lacquer, it won't heat up though. Molly, where? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we gotta adjust it a little bit more. Excuse me. There we go. There we are. We get our feeler gauge. Good. Can I get a little bit more out of it yet? There we go. Oh yeah, there it is. How often should someone get their instrument cleaned? That's a good question. The answer is varied. If it's a brass instrument, trumpet, trombone, etc., you should get it cleaned at least once a year, more if you play it more often. But a woodwind, a cleaning doesn't really fix a woodwind instrument. The best analogy I've ever heard, I don't remember who said it, someone in this company did a while ago when I first started. I wish I could remember who, so I can give credit, but I can't. I apologize. But if your check engine light goes on and you go to the car wash to get it fixed, your check engine light is not going to go off on a woodwind instrument. It's just going to look cleaner, right? You have to still bring it to the mechanic to fix the engine. But that's only for woodwind instruments, okay? Flute, clarinet, saxophone, etc. If your check engine light goes on, you got to go get it fixed, right, at the mechanics. Brass, if your check engine light goes on, you actually can just go to the car wash and it'll go off most of the time. 80% of the issues with a brass instrument is it just needs to be cleaned. So that's it's kind of the analogy. If it's a brass instrument, clean it. It'll probably 80% of the issues will go away with just a really good cleaning, professionally cleaned especially. But with woodwind instruments, if you just go to clean it, that's all you're doing is cleaning it. You're not fixing it. But at the same time, you should bring your woodwind instruments in probably the same amount once a year at least to get it looked at. Because you can see these pads and stuff, they shift. You know, keys kind of flex, they move. Perhaps something got bumped or corks compressed, things go out of regulation just through wear and tear. No fault of the player or anything like that. It just happens on every level of instrument. So they just need to get looked at and cared for by a professional at least once a year. More if you're playing a ton. So, sounds like Tim. It wasn't Tim. It was actually, I remember it was a big full store meeting on repair. It was a front end person in Stevens Point, I believe, but I can't remember their name. I'm not even sure they're with the company anymore, but yeah. Favorite instrument to fix? Percussion, aside from percussion, probably saxophone actually. But I don't even have a lot of saxophones right now. It's all flutes. All right. I'm just gonna minor move here. So this here is a pad slick, we call it. It's a very, very thin piece of metal. And what we do is we use that to get under the pad, and we can manipulate the pad's angle by using just moving it that way. That way, when the glue is hot, we can shift the pad to sit more level and where we need it to sit. So. Great point. Joe's got a good point there. It's like going to the dentist. If you go yearly, not a big deal. If you only go once every 5 years, you're gonna need all your teeth replaced every time. You're gonna need a repad on your mouth. Flute repairs matter. Whoa. All right, so that one's good. One more. I think once we get this one and this repair's done, maybe it's time for everyone's favorite segment. What do you guys think? Are you ready, Molly? Yeah? Because these two pads are good, and those were the two issues on the upper joint. So this repair's done. I'm just gonna double check everything, make sure it's good. So now, folks, it's time. We were a week off. I hope this one's just 2 weeks worth of Molly Minute here. No pressure. No pressure. It's just gotta be really, really, really good. The Molly 2 minute. Anyways, here we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly minute. Bring.
Adam just said don't give wrong information, and that kind of scared me. But we're gonna ignore that because I'm not gonna give wrong information. I have here a Yamaha Allegro, what is this, a French horn. So I already took it apart and whatnot. Definitely needs a flush. It is a M&R, so it's a maintenance and repair, like what Adam's been working on as well. But I wanted to show you guys this because the bell is detached from the rest of the instrument. And this happens on a lot of the higher end instruments. I know some players who like to have it because the case is then not as weird shaped, because you can just have a case where it's kind of on top and it's not as annoying. But it has threads, the bell twists onto the rest of the instrument, and it doesn't really change the sound or anything. And I like flushing these better than when the bell is on, because then I can reach all of the slides easier with the brush and whatnot. And yeah, it's just really cool because the bell is kind of just detached. And I wanted to show you guys, this is definitely something that needs to be flushed. This is the rotor. It's not supposed to be black, it's supposed to be brass. So, I mean, yeah, it's got a little bluish green stuff, but it's a dirty, and it needs some flushing. And we're gonna take care of that because it's an M&R and it's a nice instrument. Yamaha makes nice French horns. Yamaha makes everything, literally. Instruments, boats, motorcycles, everything. So yeah, how am I gonna flush it? With the the rotors. Well, so we have this chemical called power brass, and it's really nice because you can put like slides in there and rotors, and it helps take all of the extra like gunk off of it, so it's easier to clean. So I'll throw the rotors in there. I won't throw them. Sorry, Adam wants me to preface this. I do not throw the rotors. I gently set the rotors in the thing of power brass, and it takes off a lot of the extra stuff. And then I take a brass brush and scrub off the rest. And it'll actually look like brass instead of black and greenish. And that's how I clean the rotors. And then the rest of it, well, we all put it in the ultrasonic, which is, what chemicals in there?
I think it's a
Classic brass. Yeah, we have classic brass in there, but there's the vibration, or it uses sound waves, something. Uses something. Yep. It cleans it, and then we scrub it out with brushes and this stuff called lava soap, and we do what we call a Texas flush, where we basically attach a brush and put it in a drill and use the lava soap and scrub out all the excess stuff, and then it'll be all nice. And then we put it back together, clean, oil, adjust it, make sure everything's good to go, and that's what we do when we flush pretty much everything. That's what I do all day in summer, flushing. Every day, all day. So yeah, gonna flush this thing. It's real dirty. This one's real bad.
How long does it usually take you to flush your French horn?
A couple hours. I'm really slow in French horns.
About an hour and a half-ish.
Yeah. Trumpets I'm faster. Trumpets, baritones, tubas. Like flushing those. Trombones. French horn is probably my least favorite to flush. There's just so many slides. How many? 2, 4, 6. There's 8 slides on here. I've had French horns where there's 10 slides. It's just a lot of slides. So yeah, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm done.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring! I think what we need to do is get the camera set back up in the flush room so you can actually demonstrate some of that stuff again. Next week, let's do, for our 26th, our half year, let's do a cooking show style flushing thing where you have like rotors. Let's find one for the next week, really nasty like that, and then put 2 in, get 2 perfect, 2 not perfect, and just be like, put them in here, and then they come out like this. That'd be cool. We'll get that camera set back up in there. The thing about flushing brass is it's the before and after pictures are always super cool and super satisfying. The work itself is pretty tedious and boring, if I'm being honest, you know, because it's just, you're just scrubbing stuff and flushing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not boring to do always, but I mean, it's kind of boring to watch, but you know. Yeah. I don't mind doing it. Like it's I mean, I think it's kind of, what's the word? Soothing to do, you know, in a very satisfying way, but yeah. We've done a full flush on stream before. I know that. Yep. We can just do that again. Let's set something up. It's hard tech-wise. We've run into a lot of issues with camera usage, but we can get that going. We've done it before, we can do it again. Gosh darn it. Just keep throwing money at it. We'll figure it out. All right. Hey. Dings in the chat for Molly. Everyone's requesting it, Molly. You're flushing something next week. Full flush, start to finish. Well, let's do a trumpet. It's a lot quicker. We only have an hour and a half.
I was gonna say.
And remember, it's the Molly Minute. Not the Molly Hour. It's the Adam Show. Not the, no, I'm joking. That's a callback to when you really dragged me. But all right, great job. Great job, everyone. Good jobs all around. Should we keep going? The smart glasses, the camera glasses, or what about I wanted to figure out, I don't know, tech wizards out there, help me out here. Like a GoPro, or can you hook up a phone? We use a computer, there's got a laptop with OBS on it. Is there a way to get some sort of GoPro or use your phone as a camera connected to OBS? Something like that. Anything like that would be pretty cool. Yeah. At one point, way back when, in the before times, I had my phone on a head mount before they had a bunch of cool stuff, and I was streaming that way long time ago, and I did a trumpet repair. That worked, it's just that it won't work for our setup because I don't know how to do that, how to make that connection, like a portable camera connected to this setup, but I don't know, something to think about. We'll make it happen, maybe. But until then, more clarinets. We'll get the brass thing set up. I gotta get another one of those. We'll have that one. Yeah. We only have so many USB ports, that's the thing. All right. Well, first off, okay, here's another challenge. You ready? Chat, I need you to pay attention, chat. We're gonna do another what's wrong. Here's another segment of what's wrong with that? No, wait. We're gonna call this is the new segment. I'm gonna get a graphic for this. Maybe for next week, probably not. It's called, well, there's your problem. I gotta get a cue for this. Here's another segment of, well, there's your problem. I'm gonna center the problem of this clarinet, try to center it on the camera, and I want you, chat, to point out the problem. Okay? First one to get it gets 5 atom bucks. Okay? You ready? You ready for another segment of, well, there's your problem. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. There's a couple things wrong. The very first thing I saw. Here we go. I'm slowly bringing it in. Well, there's your problem. You see it? You see it? See it? Starts to blur out. First thing, right here. Backed out. Backed out, rod, very first thing. Centering is tricky, sorry. Am I not center? I thought I was center. Well, there's your problem. First thing. And then also there's a cork missing right there, and it's a little grimy, but not too bad. All right, let's get that in. There. With that hinge rod out, the key was whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, the technical term. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's what it was doing. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, let's get this cork replaced. See here? That cork's torn. That's no good. Ha! Both at the same time, Don and Ethan. Good job. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Futurama's probably my favorite show. I think it's my favorite show, yeah. I had to think about it for a moment, but yeah, it is. It's my favorite. All right, I'm gonna scrape off the old cork. Scrape off the old cork. The old cork. All right, I either need to learn to do this stuff on camera or just move my camera down. Probably the latter. One day he'll learn. How's my cork cement doing? That's pretty good. Not bad. All right, so I paint on a little cork cement, cork glue. Get the strings out of here. I'm gonna cut myself a piece of this, approximately the size. Put that away. All right, as that's drying, let's take a look at the bottom joint. All right, see what's wrong with this one, eh? I don't know what that voice is or character. Oh yeah, hey, Crumbs. Hey, it's your uncle Jerry. I guess. I don't know. Hey, it's your Uncle Jerry. Hey, it's okay, yeah. Looking good. You can see the regulation here is a little off, so we can fix that, but that is the only thing. The FCEB regulation is kind of always off. This is one regulation here between these two keys that every clarinet, it's off. There's just a lot of real estate between the most supported part of this key and where this regulation comes in. And it's a lot of space for metal to have to be strong. So I feel like that sometimes people just really hammer on that key, and it just bends it, frankly. Despite it, even though it's a pinky key, people can really just give her, eh? You know, first you gotta give her, then you gotta give her. That's a plan and a half right there. All right. What's everyone's plan for the weekend? Today's my first day back this whole week. And I could really, see myself as, I'd like to rebrand myself as just a 37-year-old retired man, because it's nice to not do anything. There's a comic convention in Green Bay. Ethan, take me. Ethan, I live in Green Bay. That's where I'm from. I love comics. They're so funny. I have no idea what we're doing this weekend. Probably cut the lawn. Actually, there's a big woodworking project I've been really wanting to do for some friends, for some repair tech friends. I think this weekend might be it. And slowly sketching out plans. Might do that. That might be what we do. Finally able to do nothing this weekend. Oh yeah, just a nothing weekend is like the best thing ever also. Just do nothing. Just that planned, hey, you know what? On Friday, I'm gonna go in, and when I go into the house, I don't plan on leaving till Monday morning. Heck yeah, love that for you. Can't wait to hear all about it. Oh, Superman comes out?
Yeah, Ethan, they're going to see.
I want to see that. I did cut it last week, Thursday, kind of, Jinxed. I don't know, my grass grows weird. Hey, welcome to Lawn Talk here. It's me, the lawn care guy. My grass grows weird. Didn't I talk about this? You weren't here. Yeah. Well, like some of it's really long and some of it wasn't. Maybe I did talk about this last week. Anyways, I cut like half of it because the other half I couldn't even see where I was cutting. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that. Now I need to. All right, this was grimy. I really want to see Superman. One of my favorite Adam memories is when I said this, when I said, of course Superman can do anything. He's Superman. If he couldn't do anything, he'd be pretty okay, man. I said that? That sounds way too funny. I didn't say that, did I? Are you sure I said that? That sounds way too funny for me. You said, oh, okay, I did talk about this last week, Jinx. I half listened to you, Jinx. I left half of it. And you can tell where I cut and where I didn't. It's time to cut it. So I'll probably do that, honestly, probably tonight. He'd be pretty okay, man. I'm funny. There, I said it. Whoa, Jinx, number 1. I don't know what those crowns mean, but I love it. You'd be pretty okay, man. Wow. Whew. All right, I know it's a torn pad. Gonna get that. Okay. So it's good I can clean these keys a little bit more too. They got that weird fogginess to them that they sometimes get. Yeah, getting active, getting those badges, love it. Good for you, congrats. Keep it up. The more you talk, the more badges you get, the more Atom Bucks you get. I'm gonna at least get a picture of the Atom Bucks. I have it saved somewhere. I thought it was pretty funny. I had someone make them. Cameron, I saw you in chat. It was someone from our old podcast, DM's Treehouse, one of the fans, made the Atom Buck for me. I don't remember who it was. Do you remember that, Cameron? There we go. All right, let's place this pad. Got a cork we're gonna replace 2. Oh, so much to do, so much to do. It was the, yeah. Okay, Cameron, so you vaguely know it was the one that Rich drew. Yeah, that's the one. It's a real thing. It's out there. I have it somewhere. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it good. Yeah, yeah. It's me. It's actually me on the side. Those numbers, I'm just ranking everyone secretly as the chat goes on. I got a little computer on the side that goes, yes. Now that Cameron remembered, he's number 2 now. See? Yep. All right, let's see. Probably this. Whoa, gross. That's a bad pad. There we go, that's good. All right, so we're gonna install this pad. That timing was suspiciously perfect, right? All right, so I'm just gonna heat up my glue. Molly, get out of frame. All right, reset frame. Start from the beginning. Start from the top. Good music, good morning. Just kidding. All right, I'm gonna heat up our glue. And just paint it on. A little bit more. There we go. So we heat up the cup a little bit so that the glue kind of melts and adheres. Boom! Okay, we have about 15 minutes left in the stream. And I have a very serious question for y'all. What should we do next? Like, next stream is our half-year birthday. I kind of want to make it kind of special. What should we do? Should we do something? Should we do something special? Like, any ideas? What about, I mean, can I just like start throwing out random ideas to people and like, what about, I was gonna throw this out. What about going to the warehouse and interviewing and talking to the techs there? You can meet, what if we did a meet and greet of the majority of our techs? Throwing that out. I know like probably the techs on stream were kind of like, whoa, I don't wanna do that. But what about that, right? That'd be kind of neat. Field trip. Marty and Chris, perhaps we could take a half hour, come to the warehouse. We can meet everyone. Round table discussion. That'd be kind of neat. Warehouse tour. I could just do it on my phone. I'm making a lot of big proclamations here without discussing this with anyone. So I probably should have talked to someone before this, but I don't know. I just had the idea, and I've had a lot of coffees, so. Although that's something that I could just do, it shouldn't really take anyone's time other than the tech themselves. I think it'd be kind of neat and worth it, maybe, huh? Rent a boat, stream from the lake. I like that one. Yeah. Today we're gonna fix a flute on the lake. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get service on the lake. I think I do. Yeah. Yep. I could stream from just my backyard and it's just me taking a nap. What about that? That's a good one too. Yep. A nap stream. That's like a thing that people stream sometimes. Yeah, we'll do what if we did a full day stream? We should do that for our 1 year stream. Just to start, when I clock in, just boom, I hit start, and then I'm just on all day. I'd do that. Full 8-hour stream, be about a 9-hour stream, I think. Napster. Okay, I like it. I think we're gonna do something cool maybe for next stream, or 26th. But our 1 year, I do like that, a day in the life, a full literal day in the life. That'd be cool. But we gotta make it there first, which we will. I know we will. It's been fun. Thanks for being active and talking in chat too. It's really makes it easier for me. It makes it more fun and more engaging. I really enjoy that. It's nice. Not that this isn't fun to begin with, but it's that extra level, you know? It almost feels like it isn't a repair stream, it's just a hangout sesh. You know, with my best friends. My only friends. My internet friends. My only friends. Matt and Molly. Ugh. Why can't we be friends? All right. Yeah, sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to get carried away there by saying we were friends. How dare I? There we go. Man, this leak light on a clarinet sheet is very good. Takes a minute. I mean, it's just like flute or any other leak light use. You got to understand the pad you're using and what light looks like. And you always kind of go back with the feeler gauge if there's any doubt. But as a quick assessment, whew, it's nice. There we go. A little too bright. There we go. Leak light tip. I gotta take, by the way, this leak light here, my two leak lights I like, I've got three. I use them all for different things, which is so funny. But these two here that I use a ton are from a company, hashtag not sponsored, but I really like them. Tool time. You guys ready for tool time? Tool time. Whoa, what was that? Apparently that's my impression of tool time. I'm gonna get going on, yeah, Cameron, I went to ask if we gotta work, I was gonna talk to you about a tool time, like a tool time home improvement style, what do you call it? But anyways. Tools DX, I believe, is the company that makes these. They're very, very cool. They're like these long LED strips, but what I really like about them, the LED lights, the lights themselves are super duper duper close. Like the actual, here, like the light nodules inside, they're really, really close. Because if you get like LED strips that you can kind of buy on your own, the lights themselves are pretty far apart, which gives these like dark shadow spots within the lights, which makes it actually kind of hard to use. These are just incredibly close, so whatever strips they're using is really high quality in my opinion. Perhaps you can just get them like you can get them yourselves, but they're really durable. They don't bend, which is fine. If you want flexible ones, you can get those somewhere else. But I've got the two different sizes here. The bigger one I use for saxophone all the time, and the smaller one I use for piccolo, clarinet, etc. I use them both all the time, and they're really cool to pretend like you're in a lightsaber duel. Tool DX. Tool time with Adam. Anyways, that was my tool time segment. If you put the lead class. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So don't put the full light underneath, just the edge, just enough to light up underneath. Okay. Not gonna lie, Joe, knowing you for as long as I have, I thought your tip was gonna be get good. Just get better. Because, you know. All right, I think this clarinet's done as well, so we're doing pretty well here. Oh wait, no, Adam, you dingus, you forgot. Got too distracted. Come on. Trying to be cool for stream. Trying to impress all your friends. See, this is what happens. It's a professional stream, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Forgot to put a cork. Cork fell off the back. Got to replace it. Boom. Here we go. Pro tip, get good. Pro tip, do it right. When we go for performances with the pep band that I direct, especially when our basketball team makes it to a bigger tournament, we are almost always the small fry, because while we are a Division I sports team, we are absolutely not a Division I music department, because we don't have a marching sports, like we don't have a marching band or anything like that, and our music department is small but mighty. So, I mean, we're nothing like the big giant, 400-person marching bands or pep bands or anything like that, We struggle to get 30 people, but we have fun, and that's all that really matters. But I do like to give a little speech whenever we, before we get out there, just to rally the troops as I was. And I said, hey, just remember, whatever you do, don't embarrass me, don't suck, just have fun out there. Those are the three things every year. Every year I say those three things. And they know it's all in good fun. All right, now we can finish putting this clarinet back together. Now we can do it. Click, 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 click. You hear Molly in the background flushing that French horn. Okay. Wow, we got 3 instruments done on stream, y'all. That's might be a record. all the while having a great time. All the while living, laughing, loving. Live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. All right, but we got another one. We got to do another one. Because we have so many to do. We're so much. It's all right. All right. Here it is. Gonna make sure that that cork's good. Our feeler gauge. Oh, sorry. Clicked it. Some ASMR clarinet on the mic. A little bit of adjustment. Let's see. Well, folks, we're getting close to the end. Again, next week, we'll think of something. But next week is our half-year birthday. Episode 26. 26th consecutive stream. Half a year. Wow. And just a lot of you have been here since the beginning, which is just so cool. Like a good chunk of you, I remember just even being in the pilot stream on a different channel too, which was very cool. There we go. Perfect. Get half a cake. Well, if I do perhaps do a different location, maybe I'll bring a snack. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll fix half the instruments. We'll do clarinets, but only fix the top half. That's pretty good. I like that. What else we got? I'll shave half my beard. Just this half. I'm not doing that. No. One time, here's a funny story. I'll leave you with this funny story about a beard mishap. Matt's wife saw me do this. So I messed up on my beard. It was about 2 years ago, 3. We do a director's workshop in the summer where we have this big thing where band directors come in and we put on clinics and whatnot, bring in people. And I had done one on timpani repair, percussion repair in general. And Matt's wife is a band director and she went to it. And I want to say this was my first year, perhaps, maybe within that time. And I was kind of like all excited. I'm like, all right, cool. I get to establish myself here at Heid Music, meet all these band directors. Some of them I knew, just to be like, all right, cool, I'm back here. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Got a haircut, trimming up my beard, and the attachment fell off just as I went, and it just like a big chunk of my beard. And there was no fixing it, no way at all, nothing I could do. And I've had a beard decades, right? Just as long as I could have a beard. And I screwed it up. So I went with a mustache. And I just went for it. And I looked like Farva from Super Troopers. Like, pretty spot on. It was fun, yeah. I just kept going, are you in need of assistance? Because that's like one of his first lines. Anyways, it was fun. I'm not doing that again. I have a face for a beard, not for not one. And that's all I'll say. Anyways, there's my funny story to leave you on. Thank you so much for coming out. This was a really, really, really fun, enjoyable stream. I think we had a lot of fun, a lot of chats, a lot of good times. Next week, we'll have something happen. It'll be good. Otter Pops. What are Otter Pops? I don't know. I'll look it up, Jinx. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, again, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next week on our half-year birthday. And as I always say, keep her going and keep her good. Later.
help you find your melody at